Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Quanzi. And today, the topic that we are talking about is confidence. What does it mean to be confident? How do you portray confidence? How do you get confidence? And also, confidence is one of the main things that women look for in a man because confidence comes with leadership, confidence comes with decision making, confidence comes with just being able to trust a person to make a sound decision for themselves or the unit, the family. You know what I'm saying? That's why women look for confidence in a man. It's extremely important, which I know now. So starting off, man, I've always been a confident person when I was younger, in my 20s and stuff. But it's like when you trying to figure out and create in your 20s, figure yourself out, create, see what you like to do, try stuff, fail at stuff, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? Once you doing those things, while you doing those things, yes, you're confident, but what are you really confident about? You know what I'm saying? You don't really know because you're not sure of yourself just yet. You're discovering yourself. You're discovering things. So I always was outspoken though. And when I say outspoken, I believed my mind to be, what it is, how I view things, and I can articulate those things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to believe that your way is a certain way, or is it right or wrong. You have to be able to defend and articulate your ideas, your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, as long as you can articulate those things, that requires confidence. Being able to articulate requires confidence. Being able to articulate to a woman requires confidence. Being able to articulate to a room requires confidence. And this is something that I discovered in my 20s. With one of my previous jobs I had, man, I used to have to go up in front of crew leaders and my crew and all this and like do a PowerPoint. Man, I used to be so nervous, so nervous. But, that's how I gained confidence, by failing. Man, I was bad at it at first. I get up there all nervous and voice. Like you ever be so nervous and stuff that your voice isn't as strong? You see how I'm talking to y'all? My voice is very strong and bass, and man, I used to go there and I'm just like, yeah, so you'll see that, and then what I'm saying, like it's like my voice weak because I'm nervous on my insides, from my heart to my, I'm nervous, and that I lacked confidence. You know what I'm saying? If I was to do it now, I'm more of a man. I'm more sure of myself. I'm more confident. That is what I want to tap into, man. How do you get confidence? Well, just how I was just telling you. You get confidence by failing. I got confident at public speaking because I wasn't good at it in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident talking to women because I failed at it in my earlier stages. You get what I'm saying? Confidence comes from failing. The difference between me and you, the reason why I'm confident enough to speak on certain things, talk about certain things, I'm able to articulate certain things, is because I've tried it and failed at it. You probably know these things too, but the difference between me and you're scared to actually go fail because you probably worried about what people gonna say, what people gonna think. I don't care. They don't pay your bills, so why does it matter? And that's confidence. Having that mindset is confidence. Man, confidence is such a huge thing, especially with women. Like I was saying at the beginning of the video, why do you need confidence with women? Because confidence, do you know what the definition of confidence is? The definition of confidence says it's a firm belief in yourself or the reliability of a person or thing. Confidence. I firmly believe in myself or the reliability of a person or thing. So if the woman thinks you are confident or believes you are confident or you portray confidence, she believes in you. Like she trusts your decision making. She trusts your decision making, whether it's for you, her, the family unit, whoever. It's very, very important with women to be confident. Man, I'm gonna bring up a story. I remember when I was young as hell. Man, I was probably like 19, 20, somewhere up in there. And man, there was this girl worked at UPS. And I walked in there and she was attractive. And I wanted to holler at her, but I ain't been, I ain't worked on my, And so, man, I remember I dropped the package off and then I came back out to the car and I did not want to leave without hollering at the girl. That was me on the cusp of becoming what you see now. I'm on the cusp of becoming confident. I'm on the cusp of failing, of succeeding. You know what I'm saying? Stay with me. So I went to the car, man. I sat and I was just like at the door. I had my door open, but I ain't get in the car. And I was like, damn, how I want to do this? You know what I'm saying? And so I finally got it. I went back in there and I just, asked her what was her name, got it, asked her for the stuff. And she said, I wouldn't give it to you, but I saw you out there trying to come up with a little thing, and I think it's cute. So I'm gonna give you my number. And it was so funny. But you know what I'm saying? And I was so damn nervous. But that's what I mean by, man, you gotta just put yourself out there with women as far as like failing at them, getting good at them, because that's where the confidence comes. You know what I'm saying? You can lie in theory, you could be in theory all you want, but until you can actually put your thoughts and things into practice, all it is a theory. All it is an idea. I always tell people I'm a visionary, man. I like to envision my life, envision things I want in my life, and then I like to put it into practice. Whether it works or not, I don't care. Because I know it's creating something. It's building something. You don't just get to build and create on your first attempt and it's just all marvelous. That rarely happens. So fail. That's what I want you to do. Fail, 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 fail. Because in failure is lessons. In failures, you build confidence. In failures, you just become, I don't know, you get like a aura to you, a presence to you. It's like you done did this before. You're confident. That's what that means. I'm confident like this because I failed. I don't just stay in my head in theory. I actually put stuff into practice. Man, I done made music. I done rapped and made videos, put that out to the world. And then I done failed doing it. Man, I worked in plants and warehouses, man. And I tried to switch a career. I failed doing it. It was very hard at first going from working in plants and warehouses to swapping over a whole new career, late 20s, 30 years old. That's not easy to do. That's with no degree. That's not easy to do. That's very hard to do, man. But it takes confidence to see it through, to finish it, to do it, man. That is a real thing. What else I was finna get at, man? And like I said, with women, I felt, oh man, if you deal with women, which, if you're a heterosexual male, I hope you do. If you deal with women, a lot of times you are going to fail. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it gets better as you get older. I tell you that, fellas. With women, it gets better as you get over. With women, it gets better as you get older. You don't fail as much, if that makes sense, because you're better, you're more confident, you're more precise. You know what I'm saying? You know signs, choosing signals. You get what I'm saying? So at this age where I'm at now with women, I am very confident. I'm very precise. I know choosing signals. So I'm, from back in my 20s and teens, it was just all over the place. You just mess with a girl because, oh, I like her. No, now I require more. I know the signs, the this, that. That comes from confidence. That comes from failing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't fail enough. You haven't failed enough with women. That's why you're not good at them. You haven't failed enough. I have failed enough to be good at them. A lot of people think they just, you know what I'm saying? And another thing I might say while I'm on this topic is this goes for men that's married and got girlfriends too. Look, just because you married and got a girlfriend right now in your life doesn't mean anything. That woman could wake up, or you could wake up 3 years from now, 5 years from now, a decade from now, and don't like her no more. Don't be attracted to her anymore, and vice versa. Y'all know how women do with that. So, and then what? Say you got married at 23 or 25 and you've been with a woman for 10 years, 15 years. Y'all love each other to death. 10 years, you 35. She decides she wants a divorce. She's not happy anymore. You don't turn her on anymore. You might have done got fat. You might have done lost yourself. Anything. It don't matter when they want to leave, right? Okay. Now you back out here in the dating world. Now what? You have to learn women all over again. The last time you were single was 20 years ago. You don't think women have changed? You don't think dating has changed? You don't think stuff has changed? So if you know what I'm saying? So you have to learn this stuff, man. You have to be confident. And it is so very important with women. So I'll get off that. But before I wrap up, man, I'm going to talk to y'all about my experience Friday and why I tell you confidence is important with women. So Friday, man, I had my little company event I went out to. And then after I invited a little shorty out, to the bar or whatever. Boom. At the bar. We was at the bar about 30 minutes to an hour. Got a drink with her. and we just talking, having a great conversation, great energy, great vibe. And then, man, so if you walk out of the place, you could overlook where they play baseball at, and it's nice little scenery, nice little area, nice little downtown rural area, nice little downtown area. And so when you walk outside, they got like the little tents and stuff, little nice little patio area with the sofas and shit like that. And in the middle, they got like a fire, where it's just nice, romantic. So we sat there talking and stuff, and just vibing, man. And then sat there for about another 30 minutes to an hour talking, getting to know her. She getting to know me. We already knew each other from high school. But then I found out she like scary movies and stuff. And, I invited her back to the house. We kissed and stuff on the couch and stuff too, which was another confident thing. I'm not going to skip over that. Let's get into it. So we was just chilling, vibing, and the energy was great. I felt the attraction. And, man, it was just like a little dead moment. You know what I'm saying? I had said something, and she was like, yeah, yeah. And I looked at her, and it was just like a little dead moment. And I said, man, come here. And just leaned in, kissed her, and she kissed me back, though, of course. And the moment was just there. It was a great kiss. We kissed a couple times. But one of the things she said, she was like, oh, my God, I did not know we were going to do that. And it was like, she didn't know we was going to do that in a good way. It wasn't like it was like a, oh, no, don't kiss me. It was just like a, oh, my God. Like she got more attracted after it. But it was because of the confidence to, man, that's what I mean when I say confidence. It's you firmly believe, I believed in that moment it was the right time for it. We had talked, conversated, the eye contact, the attraction, all that stuff was there. I had confidence in myself to do it. I had confidence in myself that she wasn't going to say no. I had confidence. The moment was right for that. That requires confidence. That requires failure too. Because how do you know those things? Well, you have to fail at it previously, but now it's like you got it now. I have it. So it's like it's nothing to me. I know when it's there and when it isn't. You know what I'm saying? That's confidence. But another thing I want to harp on. So when I was like, man, let's go watch a scary movie at the house because she likes scary movies. We got to the house. One of the main things she said to me was, we was just kicking and watching the movie, and she was just looking at me. And then she was like, I got a question. Did you know we were going to end up here? That was one of it was like funny, crazy, and like, ain't no way she just asked me that. But it was adorable in a way. And I told her, I'm like, yes, I did. And she's just looking like, okay. And I was like, with a woman, it's always 50-50, right? With a woman, it's always 50-50. A woman always has a choice with me. You know what I'm saying? A woman is never pressured to do anything with me, nothing. It's always 50-50, baby. You got a choice. You could leave or And so I told her, like, I believed that you would come back. Yes, because I believed the energy and the connection and the conversation was going to be good, which it was. Hey, baby, you're here. You get what I'm saying? So that's that. And, all she could really say was, okay, like, you right. You know what I'm saying? And one of the conversations we talked about was confidence, man. This was before we kissed and all that when we was in the bar. She was like, her ex and all that shit didn't have confidence. She was like, he was a good dude and everything. He was a good man and all that, et cetera, but he wasn't confident. He just wasn't confident. That's how she could describe it. And when I asked her, because I'm a conversationalist, I like to dive in. So I'm like, what do you mean confident? And she was like, well, just with the decisions. And fellas, that's what I mean. Like, you have to be escalating. You have to know how to move the vibe, move the energy. Like when we were at the bar, we were sitting in the bar. It was cool, about 30 minutes to an hour, like I told you. And then I was like, let's go to the patio area because I know that's another little vibe in its own. Plus, you outside, you see the lights and stuff. It's just nice, the stars and all that. And it's just a vibe. You got the nice candle lit in front of you. It's just a vibe. So it's like she went on another date within a date. You see how I'm escalating? I know how to move without it burning out. You know what I'm saying? That's stuff I had to learn. That takes confidence. That took confidence to get to that level. I know how to move the date. You know what I'm saying? From one place to the next to the next. And after we kissed and all that stuff and was chilling on the couch, that's when I was like, well, let's go to the crib and watch a scary movie or something. You know what I'm saying? Because we was talking about scary movies. She like them, I like them. Well, boom. And that's what I like too. Another thing I told her was that I like that she allowed the conversation. When you in dating, and this is what I be trying to say, this is why I be liking younger women sometimes, because some women will try to block energy. They will try to block good connections, block good things from happening. If you could meet a woman, y'all got great conversation, great energy between each other. Every time y'all together, it's such a great time. Sexual attraction is there. All that stuff can be there. But a woman will block that connection. And women like that, I try to stay away from, because it's like, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I like to love. I'm not scared of love. I lean into love. You get what I'm saying? So if I meet a girl and we vibing and the energy and all that stuff good, I'm not gonna put up no walls and barriers just to, oh, I have to protect myself. Oh my God, I'm scared. Now I got standards, don't get me wrong. But if you checking all them boxes, checking all that stuff, I'm gonna lean into it. I don't give a damn how, if we just met a month ago or 2 months ago, or I'm gonna lean in. I want to get to know more. I want to learn more about it. You know what I'm saying? So when you dating, you will discover women like that. So that's one thing I told the girl. I appreciate her for being open to allow the connection to flow, to allow the connection to connect, to allow the good energy to continue. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some women, you could have a night like that with some women and they still will block it. You know what I'm saying? They just won't allow themselves to be in the moment. They won't allow themselves to enjoy being around a man, that they enjoying. So I told her that. And man, that's the end of my story, man. That's the end of the video. Be confident, fellas. Portray confidence. And the only way to get confidence is to fail. I have failed at many of things in my life. But the man you see now today is a confident man. Why? Because of that failure. If you do not fail, most likely you won't become confident. You won't become good at the things you bad at. And you just won't have no stain on you. I got stain on me. Like, you could just tell when you come around me, my conversation, what I'm talking about, my intellect, you know what I'm saying? My vocabulary. That boy knows something. He got stain on him. You get what I'm saying? So fail, man. I want you to fail. I want you to, become better, do better, become confident. It's your boy Quanzi. I'm out, man. Peace.